welcome back to my channel. It's Brooke here, and today I am going to be taking you guys through my day off makeup routine. It's really quick, 5 minutes or less, and it's just an easy, natural look that anyone can do. I normally wouldn't wear makeup on my day off, but today my skin was so spotty and I have a lot of errands to run, so I figured it would be a good thing. It's something I do sometimes just to have that confidence boost. I need a little makeup on my face. So if that's you too, then stay tuned and watch the tutorial. I did prep my skin with some Clinique Moisture Surge today. It's the best product for when your skin just needs a pick-me-up. I have terrible contact dermatitis on my right hand, which is my dominant hand, the thing I use forever, so I'm gloving it up before I touch makeup to it because I just like to protect it from anything where I'm gonna have to actually use water, soap, any kind of irritant to remove, you know, dirt and build up from it just because it's so sensitive right now. I'm just going to start out with one of my very favorite products. It is the Tarte BB primer. It is tinted treatment primer. It has an SPF of 30 in it, and it claims to give you a healthy treatment, be a 12-hour primer with buildable coverage, oil-free moisture, pore minimizer, I can never say that word, and a skin brightener. And I'm probably using like 3 pea-sized amounts of it. Sorry, that probably won't focus very well. And I'm going to just rub that into my skin with my fingertips, kind of starting on the cheeks, like the biggest area that you need coverage, and then going onto your nose, up through my brow, onto my forehead. Okay, and I always just go back over underneath the eyes so that it won't crease too much there. Obviously still see I have all these little pimples. This is from some bad breakouts, that these are just the remnants left of it, like the little spots that won't go away yet. And then these are kind of active right here by my brows right now, so I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I have it in the color Light. I'm going to cover up underneath my eyes because I feel like that just helps to brighten my face. And then I'm gonna just dab a little bit on these spots over here. I go a little happy with it. And then up here and right there. And then I'm just gonna go very gently down the bridge of my nose with this. Normally I also just like to do a little bit of painting to get the V shape under here after I've kind of contoured the underneath of my eye. So now I'm going to take this Dance Beauty Blender and just pat it into my skin. That is pretty much done. You can still see these a little tiny bit up here, and I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not sure that I can do a lot if I didn't put a lot of like color corrector, things like that over those, but I'm not really overly concerned because I'm just trying to give my skin a little bit of a boost today. Brows are not perfect on their own, but I'm just gonna go with it today because I do just want to keep it really easy. I do not have a current brow setting product in my makeup arsenal, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a cheat and I'm just gonna use some hairspray that I have. This is Tresemme Climate Protection Hairspray. Do a pretty good job of saturating that brow brush with the product if you really want to get them to hold, because it should feel wet like it would if you were using a brow setting gel. I usually brush them up and then go out and then down at the end. Now I'm going to just do a tiny bit of eye makeup. I like making my eyes look as big as possible. I'm going to go in with this little Baby Z palette of my favorite MAC shades. I'm going to use Cork, which is kind of like a tan brown type of a color. It's this bottom one, and I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy brush. This is a 217 by MAC, and I'm just gonna put that all over my lid using one side of this brush and just kind of blend it in your crease. This just gives a little bit like of a natural depth to your eyes. Now, I have like uneven eyes. There's not a ton you can do about this except to trick it with makeup. Since I'm not wearing a lot of makeup today, I'm not gonna do as good a job of tricking the eye as I normally would. But that's okay. It's not gonna be the end of the world, and it doesn't matter what you do. If your face is a little bit not symmetrical, it's not ever gonna be perfectly symmetrical anyway, and no big deal. Okay, so then just to kind of lighten and brighten everything, I am going to also use All That Glitters, which is this kind of champagne-y pink color, and I'm just gonna put that onto the inner corners and kind of like first quarter to third of my eyes. And I'm just using the other side of this brush to do that, just to kind of give it a little more brightness within there and just make the other part look a little darker. And then I'm just gonna go back in and dip the top of my brush kind of down into MAC Cork and just go back in the crease just a little bit more to kind of get that blended out. And I also kind of want to try to create a little bit more of a shape to the eye look, so you can kind of do that towards the end. If you just kind of go straight across when you're doing the blending right there and then down at an angle, you can kind of get that effect. Alright guys, so I did just take this big giant Sigma brush. This is the E40 brush, and I'm just gonna go over the top right here, kind of right under my brow bone, just to kind of give it all a really blended and natural feel. Alright guys, so the last step before we do mascara is just to use a little bit of bronzer and blush. You can use absolutely anything that you have. I'm going to be using the Sonia Kashuk for Target Pretty Cheeky Face Palette. I have, this is a Morphe brush, and I'm going to dip it into the bronzer first. And I'm gonna kind of do a faux contour to myself just because I really like that look, and it's what I'm used to wearing every single day anyway. So I'm just gonna go suck in my cheeks and just do a little bit of a 3 shape with this. And I like to take it just a little bit onto my neck as well. Okay, so I feel like that's a pretty good job of that. And now I'm just going to take a blush brush and dip this into this coral shade. I'm gonna kind of get that little weird smile face to really get the apples in my cheeks here. And you just kind of put that on them and blend it back. You don't want to go too far towards your nose for this part, or it looks a little weird. I like to do blush like in a buildable way because I don't like a ton of it or to make too much of a mark at first. And I'm also just trying to keep this really light and easy. Got that down. Now I am just going to go in, put some mascara on, and maybe a slick of lip gloss, and we'll call it a day. I am going to use my Bad Gal Bang by Benefit mascara. I always buy every mascara in the travel size at first, or mini size, just because I never know if I'm really gonna love it, and you can usually save yourselves like $5 to $10 depending on the product. So the last piece of this is just to put a little bit of gloss or something on your lips if you desire to do so. So I'm gonna do the a slick Tarteist Pro lip gloss in the color Goals. Alright guys, so this is my finished look for the day. It's just kind of really natural, and if you guys would like to hear some more about body confidence tips, especially when you're just having a little bit of a crappy day, then go ahead and click on this video here, which is 3 tips that I have for you. Alright, until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.